Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Sumo fans! I'm Vini and this is Sumo Files. And today I'm going to talk about Day 12 of the 2026 Hatsu Basho. So without further ado, let's dive into the highlights. Asanoyama claimed the win by Yoshidashi over Fujinokawa, extending his strong run at the perfect moment. Fujinokawa managed to slip his left hand inside early, but quickly pulled it back when his arm was nearly twisted out of position. From there, Asanoyama took control, driving forward with steady pushes and eventually locking onto the right side. The Isenomi man tries to turn the tables with a desperate Sukuinage attempt, but it never developed, and Asanoyama powered straight through to force him out. With 4 straight wins, Asanoyama firmly inserts himself into the Yusho conversation, while Fujinokawa's third consecutive loss leaves him still clinging to the edge of kachi-koshi, with the margin growing thinner by the day. Oshoumi came out on top against Shura no Umi by Yoshidashi, rebuilding momentum after recent struggles. The bout opened with a sharp headbutt, followed immediately by a katazukashi attempt from Shura no Umi. Oshoumi absorbed the move well, briefly securing an outside left grip on the Mawashi before deciding to abandon belt work altogether. Switching gears, he drove forward with thrusts and finished decisively with an Odoa. The victory restores a positive rhythm for Oshoumi and keeps him within reach of the title race, while Shura no Umi, despite a somewhat unstable stretch, still has kachi-koshi well within sight. Ura defeated Hakuno-Fuji by Katazukashi, dealing a crushing blow to the Isegahama wrestler's campaign. Ura began in a Hanmi stance, carefully absorbing the Tachi-ai and waiting for Hakuno-Fuji to slow down before stepping in. Both men settled into an extremely low posture, and Ura seized the moment, first trying to force Hakuno-Fuji's hand to the clay. When that failed, he pushed the head down, latched onto the shoulder, and smoothly completed the technique. This 4th straight loss leaves Hakuno-Fuji on the brink of Make-koshi, a disastrous turn at this stage. Ura, already out of contention, focuses now on finishing his tournament with dignity. Wakatakakage secured a hard-fought Yorikiri win over Yoshinofuji in a tense, evenly matched contest. Yoshinofuji opened with an Odoa, but the impact lacked force, locking both wrestlers into a tight stalemate. Wakatakakage advanced while controlling the Isegahama man's arm, though Yoshinofuji quickly recovered. A fragile Morozashi from Wakatakakage invited a Kimedashi attempt, forcing both men lower, but the Arashio wrestler cleverly lifted Yoshinofuji's elbow, breaking his structure. At the Tawara, Wakatakakage narrowly avoided a Kubi Hineri counter, and once Yoshinofuji hesitated, the opportunity was gone, allowing Wakatakakage to escort him out. Both men sit at 6 and 6 in a difficult spot, with Wakatakakage desperately seeking momentum, while Yoshinofuji must regroup quickly ahead of his clash with Daieisho. Shishi handed Oho another setback with a Hataki-komi victory, sealing the verdict of Oho's tournament. Oho buried his head from the start, but when he shifted his focus to the body, Shishi answered with a powerful slap and pressed forward aggressively. The exchange escalated into heavy headbutts and thrusts, with Oho repeatedly trying to force Shishi's head downward. In the end, Shishi sidestepped cleanly and sent him crashing to the clay. It marks Oho's 3rd straight loss and officially confirms his Make-koshi. Shishi, meanwhile, rebounds immediately from his defeat to Abi the previous day and reasserts himself in the Yusho hunt. Kotozakura overwhelmed Abi with a spectacular Tsuridashi, confirming his kachi-koshi in emphatic fashion. Executing a textbook Tachi-ai, Kotozakura secured an outside left grip and drove Abi to the Tawara. With only a brief moment of double-handed control, he lifted Abi clean off the ground and carried him out with astonishing ease. Considering Abi's 165 kg frame, the display was nothing short of impressive and underlined Kotozakura's Kotozakura's dominant form. Abe seizes momentum, halted once again, looked to recover in tomorrow's bout. Aonishiki outlasted Atamifuji to win by Yorikiri, taking sole position of the tournament lead. Wearing an all-black mawashi, Aonishiki immediately pressed into Atamifuji's chest and found a left-hand grip, only to release when the Segahama wrestler dropped into a low stance. The Ozeki shifted into Oshizumo, but Atamifuji absorbed the pressure with his size and weight. A brief double grip from Aonishiki was quickly reduced to a single hold as Atamifuji twisted and fought back, yet the Ozeki never stopped advancing. Eventually, persistence paid off, and Aonishiki forced him out. Atamifuji's impressive 9-win streak comes to an end, while Aonishiki reaches 10 victories, extending his own run to 4 and standing alone at the top of the leaderboard. Kirishima defeated Hoshoryu by Yorikiri, capitalizing on a dominant inside position. Hoshoryu exploded at the Tachi-ai, but immediately found himself compromised when Kirishima secured a deep Morozashi, particularly strong on the left. Hoshoryu managed to sneak his right hand inside and briefly grab the belt, attempting a shitatenage, but when it failed, Kirishima wasted no time and drove him straight out. It is Hoshoryu's 4th loss of the tournament, leaving his outlook uncertain with so few days remaining. Kirishima snaps a 2-day skid and stays firmly in contention with 9 wins. Onosato overcame Takayasu by Yorikiri in a battle of adjustments and missed chances. Onosato began by locking up Takayasu's arms to neutralize his Oshizumo, yet the Tagono Uramen still advanced with a Hidari Yotsu setup. The Yokozuna hesitated while searching for the Mawashi, unaware that Takayasu had already secured a right hand grip. Fearing a Kubinage, Takayasu released and pulled his head free, then regripped with the left and tried a Sukubi Otoshi. What he failed to notice was Onosato's right hand firmly on the belt, and moments later, he paid the price. Takayasu remains stalled just 1 win away from kachi-koshi for a 2nd straight day, while Onosato secures his own, but like Hoshoryu, faces an uncertain road ahead with slim title hopes. Now, to finish things off, here are the results of the 12th day of the tournament, and also the bouts we'll see tomorrow. In addition, here's the updated table for the Yusho race, and if you enjoyed this coverage, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you don't miss any future content. That's it guys, until next time!